Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be going into Baccano. I'm doing the Baccano roll call today. Anyways, so today I'm back for another roll call episode, and today it is on Baccano. Got quite a few characters to get through, so let's get it started. We're starting off with the familiar, then we're going to get to the lesser known characters. Well, at first we're going to be familiar because we've actually had them before. Our first character is Isaac Dian. We've had him before in Dorora, and so we should know everything about him already. He is voiced by Masaya Onosaka, and Masaya has also voiced Don Patch from Bo, Kiraberos from Cardcaptor Sakura, Max Sandshelt from Dorora X2 Sho and 10 in Ketsu, like season 2 basically. Alessi from JoJo Part 3 Part 2. And Kenta Sakura Miya from Kill la Kill. And Masaki Zonesaki from Pokemon. We already know this one, and we know his partner in crime as well, Maria Harvent. She is voiced by Sayaka Aoki, and Sayaka has also voiced Kyon's sister from The Melancholy of Hori Suzumiya, because, well, there wasn't much else. Now, we're gonna get to the characters that we have not talked about yet. I like to try and organize my roll call by important characters, then and then like an interconnected web between the characters. So, first up in new characters, we have Ennis. That's her whole name. She doesn't have a last name. And Ennis is voiced by Sanae Kobayashi. We've had Sanae here before with Nami Yagiri from Dorora. She also voices Lucy from Elfenlied, which is actually going to be the next anime after this one. So I'm like somehow chaining these together by the voice actors. The class representative in JoJo Part 4, which is something I'll never cover. I'm never covering JoJo, because it'd be too insane to do so. And Rinko Kojiro from SAO Alicization and War of Underworld. And Leslie from Promised Neverland. Moving on, our next character in a cascade of characters is Vero Procenezo. I honestly don't know how I'd pronounce that. It's like an Italian sort of name. Anyway, Vero here is voiced by Hiroyuki Yoshino, and Hiroyuki has also voiced Haen Hyukin from Cells at Work, Taishi Naomoto from the Eden of the East movies. Surprisingly, a character that's not even named yet somehow has a prominent role in what happens. Sakamoto from Initial D Season 4. Kaiju number 9 from Kaiju number 8. Definitely not confusing in how that works. Hoka Inumuta from Kill la Kill. Kenichi Saruyama from To Love Ru, which I'm not covering, but I'm still including just to be respectful to my friend who put it on the list. Although, considering I am changing up how I do my stuff, I might actually do To Love Ru at some point. Naoto or Sylvester from Pokemon. Oxford from Soul Eater and Soul Eater Not. Frankie Franklin from Spy X Family as well. Very important character, I guess, considering he made it through all the seasons. Oh yeah, he's there in the poster. He's definitely important if he's making it poster worthy. Moving on to our next character, we have Czeslaw Meyer. I feel like I'm butchering that. It's like Czeslaw Meyer. And Czeslaw is voiced by Akemi Kenda. Akemi's only other role from stuff I have watched is somehow Hiromi Kurama from Elfenlied, which hilariously she's not even named in the anime. She's only named in the manga. Next up, we have a good old Lad Russo, that is. And Lad is voiced by Keiji Fujiwara, and Keiji has also voiced Shuichi Aizawa from all the way back in Death Note. That was like the first anime covered on this whole podcast. Tatsumi from Death Braid, which I think was the second ever anime covered on the podcast. Kinosuke Kuzuhara, which is our most recent one with Durarara. Shingo Shoji from Initial D, which was my first ever anime that I watched. Like, proper anime. SCDC from JoJo. Probably just butchered that to hell and back. Senpai Yuki from To Love Ru as well. Kurihara from Prison School. But I'm going to take a moment here. This guy's face looks like it's a CGI rendering of an anime character. Why? And lastly, Hanaz from Attack on Titan. Only the first season. I haven't seen Attack on Titan in a while. Although it is coming up on the list real quick. Yeah. Moving on for that future trauma. Our next character is Jacuzzi Splot. I do not make this stuff up. His first name is Jacuzzi and his last name is Splot. And Jacuzzi is voiced by Daisuke Sakaguchi. And Daisuke has also voiced Halon Oni from Bobobobo, Sota Tamadate from Guilty Crown. Guilty Crown mentioned Kane from JoJo Part 5. Junichi or Jackson / Vincent. No Romo or Poliwag. Omnite or Omnite. And Omstar or Omnistar. All from Pokemon. A person and multiple Pokemon. Just reminds me of that one person that just has voiced every Pokemon. I wish I was joking. That is a real thing. Our next character, well, she doesn't have many words to say. It's Chane Laforêt, and she doesn't have many words to say because she is a mute. By choice, actually. And Chane, well, I can't say voiced by, but I also can't say voiced by because there are voice lines before she loses her voice. Chane is voiced by Ro Hirohashi, and Ro has also voiced Masomi Kida from the Durarara X2 show special, which is technically a canon episode of Durarara X2 show. I love that. I love the fact that that actually is a thing. And the fact that I get to write something like that that's absolutely dumb in the dumbest way possible. Moving on to our next character, we have Claire Stanfield, who for the notes, when I get to the podcast episode, I call him Vino, because it's a lot easier than Claire, although it's just as easy as Claire, but takes up less writing space. Anyway, Claire is voiced by Masakazu Morita. Masakazu has also voiced Yosuke Teiichi from Death Parade, Ro Yuki from Eden of the East, and that's it. Those are the only two roles. Next up, we're going to get lucky with Luck Gandor. Again, not making up names here. His name's actually Luck. And dude is pretty lucky, because Luck is voiced by Takehito Koyazu. And this voice actor has many roles. Takehito has also voiced Gastro from Assassination Classroom, Bobobobo from Bobobobo, Ichiro Hiragi from Darwin's Game, which is actually like at the end of my list for future purposes, Shigeru Aoba from Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is even further down the line, Shibungi from Guilty Crown, Rosuke Takahashi from all of Initial D, Dio Brando from JoJo, and JoJo Part 3 and Part 6, Kuro Amano from Mirai Nikki, Zasden from To Love Ru, Butch from Pokemon, and I'm still going here, Nazo Kuromori, Kotaro Ijuin from Roseo to Vampire, Z and the Beast Titan from Attack on Titan Seasons 2 through to the end, which no one likes the ending of, Excalibur from probably the most annoying character in that entire show, and he had that role. And lastly, Nobuyuki Sugo from SAO, and no! Let's get out of here. Let's get out of this madness. We gotta get to our next character, Ronnie Shilato. Ronnie is voiced by Nobutoshi Kana, and Nobutoshi has also voiced Makoto Waltz Sagai from Guilty Crown, Kai Togashiwa from Initial D Season 3 and 5 and 6, because everyone made an appearance at that point for like the final race. Brad Kitao, Satake or Foster from Pokemon, Ro from Sakamoto Desuga, and Kiriko from Soul Eater. Let's keep this momentum going. We're going to get to our next character. Our next character is Maiza Avaro, and Maiza is voiced by Mitsuru Miyamoto. Mitsuru has also voiced Gaku Yashiro from Erased, Ayame Soma from Fruits Basket 2001, not to be confused with the 2019, Heinz, not the source, from Monster, and Father Asumi from Fireworks, which Fireworks is an interesting movie, to be honest. I would definitely give it a recommend if you love like stuff that's a bit more existential in a way. Like it's the idea of like a multiversal through multiversal time travel through how fireworks look, which is wild. Next up, we got probably one of the most villainous characters of the show, Salad Waits, and Salad is voiced by Kinro Arimoto, and Kinro has also voiced Kakuzawa from Elfen Lied, Ken Kogashiwa from Initial D Season 3 and 5, and Cameo from JoJo Part 3, which is funny. The fact that there's literally a character named Cameo. Ishin Matoi from Kill la Kill, Glaus, and Mr. Liebert from Monster. And lastly, Ford/Ethan Denjiro/Malachi's grandfather from Pokemon. It is amazing how many characters there actually are in Pokemon. Next up, we have Gleto Avaro. Gleto is voiced by Daisuke Namikawa, and Daisuke has also voiced Dix Pedix, from Daimachi Season 3 and 4. Nasiso Anazui from JoJo Part 6. Zeren from Spice and Wolf, which is also another anime coming up shortly. I'm looking forward to this one. It's very nice and relaxed, considering what's coming before that one. Ooh-wee. And of course it has a reboot, so I will be covering that as well. Joji Netsu from Prison School, and yes, Mad Wax is also included here, because technically it is a canon episode. Taizao Matamitsu from To Love Ru as well. Moving on, we have Sylvie Lumiere. I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but Sylvie is voiced by Ayahi Hagagaki. Ayahi has also voiced Erika Kawasawa from Dorora, the entire series, of course. Mariah from JoJo Part 3, Part 2. Sarah from Plastic Memories. Oh, that has a sad ending. And lastly, Lisbeth from all of SAO, including parts I'd rather forget exist. Let's get to our next character while we still can. And our next character is Niall. The reason why I have this picture instead of something from the anime is because he's only in one scene of the anime. Just one scene. But Niall is voiced by Koichi Sagaguchi. And Koichi has also voiced Dieter Ness from Attack on Titan and Jack the Ripper from Soul Eater. Next up, we have Beg Garrett. And that's Beg with 2 G's. Don't get it confused. That is actually his name. Beg is voiced by Nobuaki Kanemitsu. And Nobuaki also voiced a butler from Sankareya. And Namekuji from SAO. Yep, he voiced a slug. Anyway, continuing on. Our next character is Elmer C. Albatross. Whereas Salad was a very negative force, this guy is the most positive force you'll ever meet. He wants you to smile. And Elmer is voiced by Shintaro Ohata. And Shintaro has also voiced the T500 from Bo. That's the only one here. Moving on to our next character. And we have quite a name that I'm going to try to pronounce here. Liberal Fermet Viralesque, but everyone calls him Fermet, so I'm just gonna call him Fermet. Fermet is voiced by Ken Narita. Much easier name to read. And Ken has also voiced Xanis Lustra from Demachi Seasons 2 and 3, Lin Kujo from Ghost Hunt. Ghost Hunt shout out. Ghost Hunt is one of those ones that's like lesser known that I've covered. Probably Ghost Hunt is like one of the least known so far that I've covered on the entire podcast. Illuso from JoJo Part 5, Murder Convict A from Monster, Takuma Ichinose from Shimoneta. Yes, that guy was wrapped in underwear. I don't know why I had to specify that. And lastly, Grimlock from SEO. Somehow only in the first storyline. Our next character is Hui Laforet. And Hui, well, he is Chana's father. And Hui is voiced by Susumu Chiba. And Susumu has also voiced Wataru or Lance and Shingo from Pokemon. And also Eld Jin from Attack on Titan. Go move on to our next character, who once again has a very unique name. His name is Goose Perkins. Yes, his first name is Goose. And Goose is voiced by Takayuki Suga. And Takayuki has also voiced Keiji Itami from Kaiju number 8. And Rudy Gillen from Monster. And that's all I have for this guy. Moving on to our next one. We have a character that has like multiple spellings of a name. It's very weird. It's Natalie Merriam. Anyways, Natalie is voiced by Miki Ito. And Miki has also voiced Sonomiya Daijoji from Cardcaptor Sakura, including the movies. Chiyuki's mother from Death Parade. Kei Subusuna from Ghost Hunt. Another Ghost Hunt shout out. Loving it. Ghost Hunt getting recognition in this. Miya Takano from all of Higurashi. Honestly, I love Higurashi. It's not in... It's like, if I had to put it in the top 10, it'd be probably number 3 or 4. Because the top two are, like, the two anime vying for that top spot is Your Line April and Darwin's Game. For some reason. Miyabi or Madeline from Pokemon. Now Yasumori from Shiki. Don't read into why that picture had her lifting a shirt, please. It's just the picture I found. And Counseling no Sensei from SEO Extra Edition. It does introduce one other character that's just like... Let's keep moving. We gotta get to her daughter, Mary Barium. And Mary is voiced by Satori Goto. And Sayori has also voiced... wait, have I pronounced that? It's like Saori. Saori has also voiced Deshiko Deshi from Rosario to Vampire. And Hoka Flua from Shimoneta. So boy, she made the poster. Let's get to our next character, who is Nellie's husband and Mary's father, Manfred Barium, who is voiced by Kazuhiro Nakata. And Kazuhiro has also voiced Tomoyuki Tachi from Initial D Season 4, Ivan Curtin from Monster, and lastly, Vincent or Victor from Pokemon. Next up, we have Lua Klein, and Lua is voiced by Eri Yatsui, and Eri has also voiced Harada from Clannad. I only include this one because I'm actually somewhat interested in covering Clannad because of how the story goes. Next up, we have Donny Boy. Donny Boy, the bubs, they're cool. But nah, this is Donny, and he is voiced by Yoshinori Sonobe. And Yoshinori has also voiced Yoshino, and also Kazuyasu Yoshimi from Ghost Hunt. Third Ghost Hunt that shout out in this one video. How? Tarkus from JoJo the Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood, Hampo or Blurt, and Tatsumi or Tyson from Pokemon. let's move on to our next character. This is Nick. He also voices the Lemur conductor, and they're both voiced by Kunihiro Kawamoto. And Kunihiro has also voiced Fukumi from Dorara X2 Show. A character that doesn't even do anything for the plot, yet somehow has a name. Okay, next up on our speed run of everyone on the train, we have Nice Holystone, or Nice Holystone. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced, because it's nice, but if we're going like with the Italian pronunciation, it's Nice. So, and Nice is voiced by Yu Kobayashi, and Yu has also voiced Present from Guilty Crown Lost Christmas, Satoshi Hojo from Higurashi once again, and lastly, Potato Girl, poor Potato Girl, Sasha Blouse from Attack on Titan. I hate that. The fact that she, like, spoilers for Attack on Titan, I hate the fact that Sasha Blouse gets killed at the end of, basically at the finish line of the story, by random chance. Next up, we have Rachel, our last person that was on the train. And Rachel is voiced by Shizuka Ito, and Shizuka has also voiced Irina Jelovic from Assassination Classroom, or words I cannot say on Twitch. Well, I could say it on Twitch, but not really. Can I say that? Yeah. On safe side, I won't say it. Hakeku Taijo from Cells at Work Code Black, which, yes, is an actual thing. This particular season of Cells at Work got released at the same time as season 2 of Cells at Work. So when I get to covering Cells at Work, I'm going to be doing season 2 and Code Black together in basically one package across two, like, it'll be across 2 separate episodes, but they'll be considered like part A and part B episodes. Looking forward to that. Tomoko Higashikata from JoJo Part 4. Nana from Plunderer. Meiko Shiraki from Prison School. Miki from Sakamoto Desuga. And lastly, Ko Ken Judesia from Trinity 7 Movie 2, which has its own like subtitle. I'm not going to bother with the subtitle. I remember covering Trinity 7. It was definitely a unique show. A very unique show is the best way to describe it. Let's move on. Next up, we don't really have a name for this character. We just know him as the President of the Daily Days. And I love the joke, the fact that don't even have his picture, it's the papers. Anyway, this guy is voiced by Sho Hayami. Ironic considering we don't show the character. And Sho has also voiced Yakuho Asano from Assassination Classroom, M. Saibo from Cells at Work, Vanilla Ice from JoJo Part 3 Part 2, and lastly, the narrator and Heihen no Kuro from Shimoneta. Next up, we have Nicholas Wayne. Don't confuse him with Bruce Wayne. Anyways, Nicholas is voiced by Toru Furusawa, and Toru has also voiced Yoshiyuki Terada from Cardcaptor Sakura, and the first movie, Papa from Initial D, which he definitely was. I don't think he was a Papa. Tadao Hiragi from Lucky Star as well. Moving on to our next one. Our next character is Eileen Duga. His name's not really properly revealed in the anime until like way down the line. Eileen is voiced by Taiten Kusunoki, and Taiten has also voiced Red Eye from Assassination Classroom, and also Shinra Godo from Plastic Memories. Our next character, who is Eve Genoard. And Eve is voiced by Marina Inoue. Anyway, Marina has also voiced Rei Miyamoto from High School of the Dead. Absolute banger if you want your fan service that's like, you can almost explain it away. I did try doing that when we covered when High School of Dead was covered on the podcast. I rarely do that, but High School of Dead was sort of a special one in the ways. Laura Bodewig from Infinite Stratos, Michael Ogure from Kill la Kill, Whitley Schnee from Ruby Ice Kingdom. Hold on, how expansive is this Ruby Ice Kingdom? Because Whitley Schnee does not make an appearance until like season 4 and 5 sort of territory. What? And lastly, Armin Alert and the narrator from Attack on Titan. The narrator is mostly for No Regrets, and Armin's for the rest of Attack on Titan. Moving on to our next character, we're going to move on to Eve's brother, who is Dallas Genoard. Yes, his name is Dallas, like the state. Or, is it? No, it's not the state, it's the city in Tennessee, right? I'm probably going to embarrass myself in front of every American. Dallas is voiced by Atsushi Imaroka. Anyway, Atsushi has also voiced Smog from Assassination Classroom, Ran Izumi from Durarara, Ejiro Yoshimi from Ghost Hunt, the 4th mention of Ghost Hunt. What is this? The resurgence of Ghost Hunt is strong in this one. Demon 2 from Interspecies Reviewers, Rudolf von Droham from JoJo, and lastly, Huey from SEO Alternative GGO. If you want me to say the full title, here it is. Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online. And the fact that there's a season 2 is just makes that title longer. Still doesn't beat SAO Alicization War of Underworld Part 2, which is the actual full title of that final part. Hate the fact that I know that off by heart. Next up, we have Burger Gandor. Sounds like I'm saying burger, but it's actually Berga. And Burger, he also voices Mr. Sugar Cube from the show as well. Nkenta Miyake. Nkenta also voices Akira Takaoka from Assassination Classroom. Muhammad Avdol from JoJo Part 3, Reiri Suzushiro from Kanagi, Shinonome from Plastic Memories, Raiki Goriki from Shimonetta, Mike Zacharias from Attack on Titan, White Star from Soul Eater, and lastly, Eugene from SAO. Every time I see this poster, I just get disappointed. Let's move on to someone more sadistic than any character in the show. It's Tick Jefferson, or they call him Mr. Chick, or Mr. Sheik in the show. And Tick is voiced by Kappei Yumaguchi, and Kappei has also voiced L from Death Note. Already starting off with a legendary role right there. Mizuki Akabayashi from Dorara X2. Forever from JoJo Part 3. Yes, that was a monkey. Shigekira Yangu from JoJo Part 4. Toru from Pokemon. And Lacospo from To Love Ru. Our next person is this big dude, Gustavo Bagetta. Gustavo is voiced by Seiji Sasaki. And Seiji only has one other role from all the anime I've watched. Atsuro Kawai from Initial D Season 4. That's the only role here. I can quickly move on to our next character, who is Batalo Runorata. Batalo is voiced by Rusuke Obayashi, and Rusuke has also voiced Fritz Funderman from Monster. The only other role I have for him. Yeah. Moving on to our next voice actor, and we have a massive one coming up. Because for this anime, I am also covering the OVA, because the OVA is actually canon in this situation, and this guy, Graham Spector, is the most important character of that storyline. He's like the main villain, but also not a villain. It's weird. Anyway, Graham is voiced by... What was that? Graham is voiced by Tomokazu Sugita, And Tomokazu has also voiced a lot of roles, starting with Kuro Akusu from Ahogo, Kaiba from Real Story of Devil, which amazing anime. Go watch Real Story of Devil. Big recommend on watching that. Tadaomi Karasuma from Assassination Classroom. Ova from Bo, Ruya from Charlotte. Honestly, my most favorite thing from Charlotte is the insane fact of the music that I know. Besafil from Cells at Work. Joseph Joestar from JoJo. Sugita from Lucky Star. Yare from the Spice and Wolf reboot. I think that's like one of the few changes that happen throughout the show, or for the reboot. Atsushi Maeda from Sakamoto Desuga. And lastly, Marlo Frodenberg from Attack on Titan. We have 2 characters left now, and I saved probably the least used characters until the very end of this entire thing, because they only appear at the start and the end of this anime. Of these 2, first we have Gustave Saint Germain. Gustave is voiced by Norio Wakamoto, and Norio has also voiced Whole Horse from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure OVA from 2000, Drunk from Kanagi, Deus Ex Machina from Mirai Nikki, including the OVA, which is called Redial, the narrator from Nichiju, in particular episode 7 Wood Cube from Nichiju, and lastly Tokichi or Sensei from Pokemon. And yes, with every narrator of Nichiju, I make sure I look up who is doing the voice for the narrator, because Nichiju has a different narrator each time, and it's well documented. It's time for our last character. It's all come back around to a little kid whose name is Carol. We don't get a last name for her, and Carol is voiced by Chiwa Saito, and Chiwa has also voiced Yusa-chan the rabbit from Bo, Tate Nashi Sarashiki from Infinite Strauss 2, Homura Akemi from Madoka Magica and Magia Record, Kokoa Shusen from Rosario to Vampire Couple 2, Kim Dale from Soul Eater and Soul Eater Not, one of the few characters that appears in both. And lastly, Alicia Rue from SEO. Yeah, the terrible movie. The good movie. The terrible. The absolute worst. Oh, I didn't want to have to see that one last time. My eyes are ruined. Anyways. This is the OVA. I don't want the OVA. I want the original, please. That is every single character I deemed noteworthy from Baccano for this roll call. For YouTube, I hope you guys enjoy this roll call. Links will be in the description to both the channels and the Twitch for you guys to go check out. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when next video comes out. A ding, a ding. I'm Psycrafter out.